this one's for all the ladies out there because they've all been asking me for a pit tour. So we're going to give it to them. This isn't for the dudes. It's for the ladies that have been asking for a pit tour. I'm going to use the words that I've got, and I'm going to do it POV style. We got this thing here, this upsy downsy for the trailer, which is pretty awesome. The trailer connects to the brakes on my truck, which is A+ to me. We've got this basket right here for wood. I've probably fit 3/4 of a pallet. I've shoved a whole pallet on this trailer before. I like to put some wood in the basket, some in the hot box, some in the 500, some in the basin of the Santa Maria. Let's move over here to this hot box. And ladies and gentlemen, this box is hot. Super, super hot. So fly. So we got 1 stack, 2 stack, counterweight right in the middle that makes it easy to open. These latch right here, left, right, tell true thermometer in the middle to let us know what's up. So to open this, I like to go to this corner, grab this thing, push it up. Surprise! We are cooking a tire. Just kidding. That's where I keep the spare while we're traveling. So like I said, this section comes down. We got door 1, we got door 2. Inside of door 1 and 2, let's get this number 2 open so you can see what we're doing. Working with, we have 2 modular, I think that's the right word, modular cooking surfaces. We got a grate that's about 1 foot from the bottom, a grate that's about 2 feet from the bottom, and then this grate right here is about 1 foot, maybe 1.5 feet from the cooking grate. And so I've used this a few different ways. I've seared hamburgers on this, and if I'm cooking skin on pork, like a pork belly or a pork shoulder, towards the end of the cook, I will put coals on this top level to get the heat closer to the skin to crisp it up. I've been traveling, which is why I've got all this wood in here. Like I said earlier, I like to stuff the box in the 500 with wood when I'm moving. Let's get in here and see this grate. So let's see. Open, and as you can see, we got this big cooking surface. You can probably fit maybe half a hog if you quartered it and really organized it nicely. I think you could probably fit, just to give you some context, I don't know, 12 to 16 pork shoulders, long cut pork shoulders on there. We have double axles, which makes it much easier to back up. A+. I don't really know what I'm doing when I'm backing up a trailer, so I just freak out until I back it in. But you know what? These double axles have made it much easier than the single axle U-Haul trailers. So tons of storage. We have this expanded metal surface, and let me tell you what, between this cross beam and the hot box, I've been able to fit a Yeti 125 very nicely. Let's strap it down between these D-rings, and it's felt very comfortable. Still a little bit of room over here to put more stuff. And then over here, between D-ring number 1, D-ring number 2, I've been able to fit a Cambro warming oven with the 1-2 sections, which has been very nice. Okay, jump in, and I survived. All right, that brings us on to the Santa Maria. We have phone died classic, so we're gonna try to pick up where phone died classic. So we're gonna keep going now with 10% charge. If it dies, it dies, and we'll charge it and we'll do it again. We got a wheel on the Santa Maria. Of course it's gold. We got this little knob right here to engage that wheel to raise and lower this surface here. What that does is it brings it closer to, guess what, the basin. Inside of this basin is a bunch of fire brick, and you can put wood and charcoal inside of it. These latches open. We've got this top on it because it rains here a lot because I live on the coast, and we don't want to get the fire bricks wet because the fire bricks get wet, evidently. When you heat them up, the water expands and they break. We don't want to break them. Anyways, there's a ton of accoutrement for this thing. I've got them in storage right now, but there's like expanded metal grades, some angle iron grades, some planchas, lots of awesome stuff. All right, moving on to, behold, the 500. We have an insulated firebox from, well, the whole build, Mill Scale Metalworks, Lockhart, Texas. We are running a fire here. What's it insulated with? I don't know, but it's more than air. Let me tell you that. I ran this thing in 30 degrees, raining, and had no problem keeping temperature. We have 1, 2 counterweights that make it, watch this, so easy one-handed. I mean, I'm a strong guy. But that makes me look stronger than I am. We got space in here, tons of real estate. We got deflector plate that we've got a hotel pan on for a water pan. We don't always use water. We live on the coast, so it's pretty humid. But last week when I was in Texas, actually a couple weeks ago when I was in Texas, we ran the water pan to get a little moisture in there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 Tell True thermometers. What else? We got, surprise, a brisket, pastrami brisket, that is currently working its way through the stall. We got this bottom grate. We got a top grate. The top grate is only this half of the smoker. The bottom grate right here runs the full length. Nothing in between right there, so you can use the full surface. We're going to use the top for veggies and veggies only, so that when we do cook veggies, we can tell them vegetarians that no meat has ever touched the cooking surface. I could probably fit, I don't know, 1 row, 2, 3, 4, maybe 16 to 20 briskets. I don't know. I don't always cook up there because I've never had that much food on it. 1, 2, I don't imagine I'd cook up there because it gets pretty hot. But we'll cross that road when that road is there to be crossed. Okay, so smokestack. Nice fat boy vibes to this stack. It draws, I don't know if you can see this right now, but look at that leaf. Those leaves getting jostled around up there. That is because of the exhaust coming out of that chimney, and it is moving those things. So we have some real air moving through here. All right, we got this hinge right here so that the smokestack can break in 2 when it splits. It comes down and sits right here in this cradle. We got this bolt right here that you take off that lets you split it so that it feels nice and secure. And let me tell you, these counterweights, I drove this from Texas to South Carolina, from South Carolina to Virginia back to South Carolina. These things, I didn't put any straps over it. These things, because of the way they're angled, they kind of put some of the weight onto the door. They don't open as you're driving, which is sweet. And we don't have any weird looking, I don't know, latches here to keep it down. But if it does ever open, toe strap, baby. Toe strap. So let me tell you what, this thing is an absolute unit. And I hope this satisfies all the ladies that have been asking for the rundown of this unit of a smoker. B.B.Q. I'm very happy with this. Live forever.
That was just Josh, and no ladies asked me for a pit walkthrough. That was just for the dudes. They had cooties. Bye.